Hey, I'm going to make a player list and um yeah, this is just a CV2 tutorial. This is a very like beginner friendly intermediate kind of tutorial. It's super easy, I guess, easy for me in my eyes. I'm going to assume it's an intermediate kind of thing. So you will need to understand circuits to an extent to be able to do this kind of thing. So, what you want to do is you want to connect it so that way when the button is pressed, right? Oh wait, sorry, I forgot. You can take a picture of these circuits if you really want to. Okay, now that you have that picture, you are going to connect the button pressed to a list clear, and you want to clear the list with all the players in it. I'm purposely not changing the names of these variables because I want people to be able to see them. So you're going to clear this variable here, the string variable with all the players in it, and you're going to connect get all players to the for each and connect the list clear into the for each like that. And then you want to get the account name of the player that is being looped at the current moment, and then just loop those players into the list add. So what this part here will do is it will take every player in the room. You don't even have to use get all players. You can use get all players with tag, with role, with whatever you want to do, if it's very specific, depending. So then you want to get the at of that player that is being looped. So it's going to loop every player one by one in the list, and then it will add them to the list here. And the list you want to add them to is this. This is going to be the list variable with all of the players in it. So that's the reason why you clear the list first before you do anything, because it clears the list first and then it adds them to the list, and then it repeats the process every time you click the button. So now what you do is you do the answer choices here, this one from the player prompt multiple choice, and you connect it to the variable again, and then you will connect it to execute when it's done doing all the players. And now you're pretty much done with um the player list. And you can pretty much just stop here if you really wanted to. But I will show you a little bit more because I can just show you on a deeper level on how this works. Because what happens here is, right, let's say hypothetically I do this because this works like regular. So if I click the button, it'll work. But the problem with this is if I click the button, right, it won't activate the if chip or whatever because you need the if chip here because regardless if I like on the prompt complete, regardless if I cancel or click OK, it will execute. And sometimes you really don't want your thing to do that. So in order to fix that, you're going to connect your on prompt complete and make sure it is on success. Make sure the success is true. Okay, and then you're going to connect it to set text. And it doesn't have to be connected to set text. It could be connected to what? This is just to show you. And then if you want, you can use the player's like account name and you can just click this and then you can click on here and then view the player's account name. If you want to do the player's display name, you can connect this to a get player by account name and then it'll get then to that. And you see that you can't connect the yellow with the purple, so you're going to have to connect this to a two string. And you don't have to do a two string. I think there's another chip you can use for that, but I couldn't find it, and honestly, I just gave up. So you can click this now and click OK, and now it comes up as only Dio because my at name is Dio. That's it. That's all you have to do.